Very pleased to say that Avi Shua is with us now, co-founder and CEO of Orca Security. He joins us from Los Angeles. Avi, great to see you. Thank you very much indeed for your time. First of all, how would you characterize the cyber security threat level currently? How do you see that threat evolving, and what solutions does Orca bring to the table?
So first, thanks for having me. What we see is that everyone is moving to the cloud these days. Any organization in almost all of the industries today are moving their estate to the cloud, and there is a huge cultural difference in the business expectations. Only a decade ago, it was completely acceptable for an organization to deliver features in many of months, and today, organizations are expected to deliver new capabilities in many of weeks. And security, although becoming a dramatically higher importance, cannot delay these processes. Organizations need to move fast and remain secure at the same time. And due to that, there is a huge lookout for technologies that can work in the speed of the cloud, can deliver the level of security needed at the same time, while not delaying the business from moving and deploying its business critical applications.
Walk us through, Avi, in layman's terms, if you can, why most current cloud security tools are largely ineffective, and how Orca's side scanning technology offers a more comprehensive solution.
In the most layman's words, it simply works. Now I'll explain what I mean by that. When you're securing your cloud environment, you need to see all of the assets. It doesn't make sense to scan and secure only 50 or 60% of the environment. You need to do that without delaying the business, because if the deployment of the security tools will delay the business, it won't happen and you won't be secure. And it needs to prioritize the risk based on the business impact. If you have your production environment at risk, which have access to all of your customer data, this is dramatically more important than a lab machine. The thing that we've brought to the table is using a unique technology that we've invented, an ability to own your cloud security in many of minutes without delaying the business, to provide a full, comprehensive, complete, and contextual security for cloud environment in a touchless manner. Some of our customers consider it as an MRI for cloud environment, in the sense that it's touchless and still provide a deep visibility without needing to stick in nothing inside in the environment.
Yeah, Avi, you know, what's interesting is what you've basically done is you've not just built a better mousetrap, you've built a better mousetrap that works. I mean, it's a wonder that the current sort of security paradigm using agents, also network scanners, I mean, why didn't somebody think of it before? I mean, because your way of doing a comprehensive view just makes so much sense.
Thanks for that. I think the reason for that is everyone till Orca thought of the cloud as an extension from the on-premise environment. They essentially tried to use the technologies that we've been using for decades for scanning on-premise environments, which are agents and network scanners, and move them to the cloud. But this is essentially something that doesn't fit the cloud, in the sense that it doesn't use the capabilities that are built in for the cloud. When you secure an on-premise environment, you have simply no alternative rather than installing agent or using network scanners. At the end of the day, you are securing a box which is in a different room. And all what the rest of the vendor did is when the cloud came, they simply took the approaches that they had and tried to lift and shift them to the cloud, which worked because the cloud is backward compatible, but dramatically less than ideal. And in the world, and I showed it, and they said it to show essentially the huge numbers of the cloud growth. This is a huge market that deserves a solution that was built from the ground up for the cloud without trying to rely on any technology that is rooted from the on-prem world.
Avi, you have some pretty powerful proprietary tech that you have developed. Does this imply that Orca will remain private for longer, and in terms of an exit strategy, a public listing is not necessarily the route that you want to go down?
So first, we just closed our round C, so funding is definitely not our top priority currently. We have enough capital to execute our very ambitious plans. And our plans are to remain an independent company and to continue leading the cloud security space. We are not looking to sell the company. Definitely will become a public company at a specific time, but there is no urgency in doing it currently. As a CEO, my current focus is not funding, but to continue to provide the best security for a world that is moving to the cloud.
Yeah, Avi, so, okay, I get it. IPO, exit, yeah, at some stage, but you're in no rush right now. And your priority actually isn't funding because you've raised a combined $300 million with this latest Series C round, which makes you a unicorn and one of the fastest to hit that stature among internet security firms. So congratulations on that. My question to you is, what are you specifically going to use the Series C funding, $210 million, for? I see your business is not just growing, it's exploding, 1,000% growth in 2020. I know you've talked about expanding out here into Asia as well, which means more offices, more people, more overhead, et cetera. How much of that money, though, are you going to be spending on R&D, research and development? Because I would think that would really be key.
So definitely we are continuing to invest in R&D. R&D more than doubled in the last year, and we are planning to triple it in the upcoming year. At the end of the day, as a cyber company, there's two types of competitors. There aren't the financial firm think about, which are the other companies, but the top competitors are the attackers, the hackers that try to find clever ways to bypass our systems, and we are continuing to double and triple down on that to make sure that we maintain the competitive advantage and to be able to protect from any cybersecurity out there and to provide the most comprehensive cybersecurity suite that you can think of. At the same time, we also want to make sure that customers around the world can use that it's available not only to businesses in the United States, but also to businesses within Australia, Japan, China, yes, Europe, and everyone. It's not only about building the best technology, but making sure that it's available, yes, to anyone in the market.
Avi, a sophisticated and determined hacker, especially if they are state-supported or state-sanctioned, will find a way, won't they, to pick even the most complex lock. Given your background, and you are ex-Unit 8200, which is Israel's NSA, are we talking near military-grade security architecture that you're offering to private sector clients? And if so, does that mean that you can offer as well as close a watertight guarantee that their data stored on the cloud is safe?
So while people many times focus on the military-grade attacks out there, most organizations are breached because of mistakes. The vast majority of the breaches are not because someone utilized a zero-day, but because in large organizations, there is so many moving parts and people simply don't manage and govern their environment correctly. And then things are left neglected, unmaintained, and this is the prime target for attackers. So, at the end of the day, if you're an organization where the Israeli Mossad or the CIA try to break into you, if they'll put enough funds into that, they will manage to do so. But for 99.9% of the businesses, it's the matter of putting enough security that will make it unachievable for the attackers. You can't, and this is true both for cyber world and for the physical security, protect against any threat. If you are owning the security for a supermarket chain, you are not trying to protect yourself from a command attack. You need to find the attack vectors, the threat model that fit your organization, and to protect the best against it.
All right, understood. The right horse for the right course. Good way of explaining it. Avi, fantastic talking to you. Thank you for the time. Please keep safe, and we hope to talk to you again very soon.